it's safe to say Prodigy has evolved a lot over the past few years. And just 2 years ago, when I started my channel, Prodigy looked a lot different than it does now. And one of those changes is the stats. Before, back in the day, we had things like power to hearts ratios, and I still remember that. My second video was actually about that. You can check that out if you want, but it's kind of over though. Now, when it comes to power and hearts nowadays, there isn't a ratio. Rather, we just have stats that show how much power and hearts we can actually do. But this number, it changed a lot. Past pets with a lot of hearts don't necessarily have a lot of hearts now. For example, maybe something like Shiver Tusk or Fat Fathom don't have as much health as they used to. Now, back in the day, the ratios, they were pretty fair. Now, pets, there were a lot of pets that were very strong back in the day. For example, Magmashift or Magmayhem, like Small Dash, and there are a few more. So, the first pet we're going to be doing here is Small Dash. Now, Small Dash, yeah, it was a very powerful pet. Actually, it was known for having some of the most power in the game. But right now, it doesn't, as you can see, the power does not really excel. It's right now the health and as you can probably tell, the spells aren't very good. And it generally is not a great pet. And we're gonna switch to my other account because, well, I have more Small Dashes here. So we're gonna have 2 no merge level Small Dashes, and we're gonna see how, see if they're a pet that you can say does a lot of damage. Now, we're just gonna test them in the dual stadium here. I remember back in the day, Ashlet used to be so overpowered. Small Dash and Ashlet, they used to have so much power. Right now, it's not the case, but before, they would absolutely destroy everything. Okay, lucky for us, we do find someone with this. So that is good for us. I do believe this is a bot because of the Amber Wands. I'm not sure though. There's a few ways to tell. I forgot the power. I forgot the win streak. The win streak is a very, very obvious factor, but I forgot about it. Okay, triple crit. We're gonna go like this here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, you get a triple crit with okay aim, and then I missed twice with good aim. What is that? And no crits? As you can probably tell, we have a lot of health. I guess the roles have reversed since then, because, well, these were not health pets before. These guys had no health. But I guess right now we do have a lot of health, so it is beneficial. We have a lot of healing, although I'm not very entitled to actually use that. But we'll just use Heat Wave again for now. It's not that powerful. I do expect more out of what used to be one of the strongest pets in the game. Alright. Okay, we take that. We take that any day. Okay, that's nice. That's nice. That means if my luck is not that bad, we should win here. Nice. Nice. So what do I think of these Small Dashes? The spells aren't that good, really. It kind of just got its roles reversed. It's not the power pet it used to be. It's now the health pet. How did Prodigy reverse it this much? I have no idea, but it is what it is. As you might have guessed, the next pet we're doing here is Pterosaur. Now, along with every other pet in this video, the Pterosaur's ratio was 9-to-1 power. Pterosaur has always been a great pet, even when the spells got changed. But right now, we can look at him, and we can conclude that definitely he did lose a lot of power. Now, Pterosaur used to be a 9-to-1, it's pretty obvious. Although, yes, his power is still his strongest stat, it still isn't that high. And, feel like the spells are just lacking what it could, what really could be there. Like what use is power when you have trash spells. But alright, we're not gonna complain about it. We're gonna just test these guys out. I haven't used Pterosaur since the update, so that's gonna be pretty interesting here. Back in the day, I used to like heart pets, but yeah, heart pets were pretty good. It's overpowered when you have like an overly amount of health. I remember how power pets didn't used to be the greatest, but they were the one way to play the game. Maybe not the most efficient, but they were a way to play the game. Okay. Oh, we are going to get the question correct here. See what this buzzer is gonna. As you can tell, we don't have the greatest amount of health. 530 is not a lot, but these guys don't have much health either. So at least that's the good thing. We have less speed though. Oh gosh, what is that damage? Okay, we're gonna try eruption here, please. Oh yes, the power, the power. Oh. I guess Pterosaur didn't actually lose much of that power. His power is the highest stat. Maybe I shouldn't have underestimated it. Oh. Maybe I shouldn't have underestimated it. Oh god, okay. One of my Pterosaurs is dead. We are going to be using Perforate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice. Okay, moving on to round 2. We only have one Pterosaur. The other Pterosaur died without even getting to do anything, so I was kind of sad. But this Pterosaur has been cooking. Alright, so what we're going to be doing here is probably trying to kill the wizard, but that damage is pretty bad. Feast, boom, no! Okay, that is bad, that is bad, that is bad. You cannot be selling like that, Pterosaur. You cannot be selling like that, Pterosaur. Oh, he deserves it. Oh, he deserves it. Oh, God. Oh, God, this is bad. Well, I lost because of a crit. What is that? Anyway, do I think that Pterosaur... yeah, he still has his power. His power is still his greatest stat. But his spells are just Alberta. And like old Prodigy, power pets aren't the way to go. I used to recommend heart pets, and I still do now. It's always the same. Now, our final pet is Magma Shift / Magma Hem. Now, Magma Hem was added before the change happened, so he did have a power to hearts ratio. We can see that if we actually go on this page, like I said earlier, and then click tab, we can still see the power ratio. And it is 9:1, and Magma Shift used to be that too. Now, if right now, if you look at the stats over here, you can see that the power for Magma Hem is still the highest, and for Magma Shift, which is all the way down here, the power is still the highest, but it's really matching up with speed over there, so you don't really know. So this is gonna be our final battle today. So right now we have concluded that their Pterosaur kept his power. Small Dash, no, completely flipped. And Magma Hem looks like it keeps his power, but really it's not much higher than the speed. For Magma Shift. Oh. Okay. We'll just be using Magma Hem then. We'll just be using Magma Hem. Okay. So Magma Hem, yeah, he has that power. Magma Shift also had that 9:1 ratio that we all know and love. It's actually really good back in the day. The epic attacks. That was so bad. That was so bad. Oh my god. That was so bad. Okay. I remember back in the day, Magma Shift used to be like the best pet in the game. Look where he is now. Wow, that is a huge... Yeah, and then he pulls out that move. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what? 4 hits, it's about average. We'll take it. At least we didn't miss more than once. But overall, I feel like we ain't winning this battle, especially with that guy. He might even kill this dude. Doesn't have much health. Oh, that's clutch. That is clutch. That is. Misses don't come in my favor very often, but when they do, they can be very clutch. So, let's finish this question. What are these spells? Look, what am I supposed to combo? Okay, it has 8 power. You know what? We'll take it. Don't miss. Okay. 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 Obviously, when I said don't miss, it obviously missed. It was completely necessary for the universe to bestow over the luck on me. Alright, that's just not good. That's just not good. Frozen treats. Boom. Alright, that's fine, I guess. I mean, frozen treats is like the best healing spell right now, so. But I can't. Okay. We don't need to put salt in the wound. We don't need to put salt in the wound. Don't worry, I ain't missing. I ain't missing. Okay. If I didn't miss there, I would have been so mad. Alright. So with that, that's gonna be the end of this video. Honestly, I think that Prodigy didn't change that much about most of these pets. Like Magma Chef, although, yes, he used to be the most powerful pet. He still has that power. Same thing with Terrastor. Small Dash is a different story, but these for the last two, the power has still been the most. Overall, where they've come, they're not that great anymore. From being the best pets in the game to some of the worst, they have the power, but they don't have the spells. Now with that, that's going to be the end of this video, and see you in the next one.